nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. 8, I need a 10. Stay muddy to the lid. 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play action. It's Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And let's see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air, Fields on second down. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing he didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
Again, Fields. And that's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they went to the challenge.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And that is incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll work this time inside the 30.
Has become almost a mascot in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they give them the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start the drive with Cook. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Working down at the 49. First down there, they pick up the 25.
Very nice catch there by Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the game after just 2 seasons in the league. As a rookie, 2nd team All-Pro, and then in his 2nd year, was 2nd in the league in yardage. This guy continues to grow and get better with every game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The Vikings at a disappointing 0-4 for the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins, going for Jefferson downfield. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing his Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Fields rolling to his left. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And between the left. They moved it over half the length of the football field. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Fields. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Fields. Touchdown Bears! Lazard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Bears 10, Vikings nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Cousins. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40. Before it's all said and done. Give him 32 on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They had to get permission to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Play action now. Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker.
And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings force the turnover. They take over 3rd and 27.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that.
No doubt about it. And his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they've got it right across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Pick up there at 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another top 5 season in rushing for Cook last year. His 3rd straight over 1,100 yards, and his 3rd straight ending with a Pro Bowl selection. This season can see a couple more milestones for him. He will cross 5,000 yards very early and could climb to 3rd on the Vikings' all-time list of rushing leaders.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins now.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Finding space at the 40. 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Santos with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Bears 17, Vikings nothing. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Fields. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Following the interception, Cousins. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Bears 17, Vikings 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. And he finds Montgomery complete. short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Play action. It's Fields.
Out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. To the air again. It's Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne from 13 yards out. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Pettis now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Back to throw, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have scored again in this third quarter. This time the rebounding front. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact caught the ball free. It's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. There's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
On 1st down, it's Fields. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do?
You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Fields throwing again.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Bears have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nuwanger now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because
touchdown, Chicago! Alan Lazard, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bears 31, Vikings 21. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nuwanger now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Vikings 21. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And this will not be returned. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They go play action. Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. Down the number before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Again, it's Cousins. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Cousins to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. That'll be caught. It's Rager. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 7 and 3 to the 10-yard line.
A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got a man, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 89 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Santos now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bears 52, Vikings 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Riss taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. 4th down, Cousins. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the point after try for Santos. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bears 59, Vikings 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so... Should have opted for the touchback.
First down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. And now here is another interception. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Nwangu now from his end zone. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed.
And my goodness, another interception. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On 2nd and 10, Fields. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Fields now to throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They snap it to Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Chandler Sullivan. And the Vikings came up with a late turnover. But it will probably matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show